Hi guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. What was I saying? Hi guys, welcome to 2 Fit 1 World. I am Afope and this is my get to know me video. So I basically asked you guys to ask me personal or travel related questions on Instagram, and I'm here to answer your questions. So grab yourself a drink, get comfy, and before we keep going on, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button below so that you get notified when I come up with new videos. So yeah, let's get into it guys. Let's get started. Let's get into it. So for the first question, at what age did you start traveling? I basically started traveling when I was 19. It was my first year at university, summer break. I didn't want to be in London, so I applied for a Camp America program and I went to a summer camp in America and I worked there all through summer. And it was amazing. It was in California, Malibu area, and I was there for like 3-4 months. And once the summer camp was over, I basically traveled through America. So I went to LA, I went to Vegas, I went to Miami, I went to New York, just saw different parts of the country, which was great. Fell in love with traveling from doing that, literally. Like, I was so obsessed with it, and I did it with one of my really good friends. So we traveled together. My sister came out to meet us whilst we were there. It was just a great experience, and from then on I was like, this is what I need to do. Like, traveling became my thing. So you meet such amazing people, you eat such good food, and you just do things you would never do at home, which for me was just like liberating. Literally, I was free. Loved it. What is the most interesting thing you've done on your travels? So I would say volunteering in Thailand. So like a few years ago, I lived out there for like 3-4 months and I volunteered in a town called Samut Sakhon. And it was just such a culture shock. Like, people didn't speak English. Most of them had never seen a black person. Like, everything about it was just so different. So people kept on coming up to me, touching me. But I loved it. Like, I loved not people touching me, and just teaching, like volunteering. That was my first real volunteering experience. And it was just a lot of my first things. So I did a lot of things that I just never done anywhere. Like, I rode an elephant and like just did really crazy things, and I absolutely loved it. Scariest moment abroad. So I think I was either in Cambodia or Thailand, but me and my friends were literally walking somewhere and a group of dogs just came. We were on the street, it was an empty street, it was quite dark at night, there was no one there, it was really quiet, and there was like 7 dogs or so. There was nowhere to go to, like you couldn't run anywhere, and I thought I was gonna die because I used to be so scared of dogs, and Thailand literally got it out of me because there were stray dogs everywhere. And for me that was terrifying because it was just like, if we start getting chased, like what were we gonna do? It was a quiet road. There was a whole bunch of dogs and they literally all stopped. We just froze. We literally all just stood there, froze, and just watched them till they left. What destination is top of your bucket list? For now, Cuba, because that's where I'm hoping to go to next. I also want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Singapore. I want to go to Colombia. Like, there's so many places I want to go. Like, I'm that person who just wants to go everywhere. Has a hotel attendee ever seen you naked? Not to my knowledge, no, I don't think so. But I am one of those people who just like, I walk around naked when I'm on holiday in my room. I tend to travel with just girls, so someone might have seen me without me realizing, but I haven't like walked out or like had someone walking on me. So I'm gonna go with no, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone has, you know. A favorite place that you've been to? Bali or Thailand? So I went to Bali with my friend Gloria and we loved it. It was so chilled, so beautiful, so cheap. Literally chilled, beautiful and cheap, and it was fun. It was so much fun. And Thailand, because I was there for so long and I literally saw so many islands whilst I was in Thailand. Like, I had like 4 months there, so I saw so many things and did so many things. So those are my top. Like, anyone who wants to go anywhere outside of Europe, I always say Bali or Thailand. Which websites do you find helpful when planning your holiday? Skyscanner absolutely works for me because it just does it. You just need to put in when you want to go and from where, and it can direct you, like steer you. I also like Google Flights. Like, I always compare as many websites as possible, so I always try Skyscanner, Google Flights and Kayak. And then in booking my hotel, I tend to go with Airbnbs because you just get more value for your money. especially if you're going in a group. Airbnb is the way forward. If not, I just go on bookings.com, put in where I want to go to, and go with the best value for money. Next question, where is your next location and can anyone come? So I'm going to Germany, Hamburg in like 2 weeks with my sister. I'm going to meet my cousin out there. Can anyone come? Generally, I let my friends know when I'm going anywhere, and if they want to come, they can invite themselves. It's calm. But can strangers come? Probably not. So which country would you consider moving to? So when I was younger, I used to say I would love to live in America, but now that I'm older, I would actually like to move back to Nigeria. So I was born in Nigeria, moved here when I was like 11, and it would be great to move back, but I would only do that if I was rich, because it's just one of those countries where you get the best quality of life with just more money, like anywhere else, but particularly Nigeria. Where has the best eye candy? Guys, New York is the place. Oh my goodness, like New York has just so many good looking guys. New York is literally good looking guys galore. Every time I go with my friend, we play a game where we call it wink and nudge, and we literally wink or nudge each other every time we see a good looking guy. That's how much, like, you turn left, there's a good looking guy, you turn right, there's a good looking guy, in front of you there's a good looking guy, go to McDonald's, there's a good looking guy. Just everywhere you go, it's just full of such good looking guys of all like race and height and complexion. Left, right, center, everywhere you go, a good looking guy in New York. It's ridiculous. So if you're looking for some fine honeys, go to New York and thank me later. Biggest first world problem. This is easy. So obviously, because I live in London, every time I go to places, when I see a bunch of like British people or just Londoners or people from England in general who want where they are to be like England. So like you're in Thailand and you're complaining about the fish and chips, or you're complaining that fish and chips doesn't taste like fish and chips at home. It's just like, guys, come on, we're in Thailand, like enjoy Thai food and stop worrying about food back home, you know? Best piece of advice that you would give anyone traveling? I would say get into the culture. Like, don't get to the place and just want to do things you would do at home, or don't get to the country and do nothing. Like, literally speak to as many people from the place as you can, eat as much of the food as you can. Like, you've paid so much, or like for your flight and hotel, to be somewhere, so actually be then immerse yourself in the culture as much as you can, and just enjoy it. Like, forget about home and be in the country. Next question, do you prefer solo traveling or traveling with others? So I've done both. I've done solo and I've traveled with my friends. I personally prefer traveling with my friends because I just like that you get to share that experience with people you know and love. But I also love solo traveling. Like the one time I did it, I absolutely loved it. So if you don't have friends to go with, or your friends are being lazy, just go. Like, don't let that stop you, just do it. But if you can go with your friends, I'll take it with your friends, you know, just make sure you're compatible. Where did you feel the least safe on your travels? So I would go with Morocco, simply because it was just, I met a lot of aggressive guys there, but I would go back. Like, I wouldn't say it's not a safe country, I would just say it's somewhere that you have to be very aware of your surroundings and try not to get intimidated by men who might be quite a lot. If you could go on holiday with anyone famous, who would it be? So I would go with Yvonne Orji, and she's an actress who lives in America, and I just think she's so fun. So my ideal type of person to travel with is someone who's just carefree and willing to try out new things, whether scary or not. And she gives me, from her Instagram stories, she gives me that vibe of like carefree, adventurous, but still chilled and not too crazy to do things where, you know, your life is at risk. So Yvonne Orji. Your ideal type of people to travel with? So like I said with Yvonne, people who are easygoing, people who are fun, like literally just generally my friends. And I think people who know how to like not get stuck on when things go wrong, because sometimes when you travel, things, you know, disappointments always happen in life. I just need people who can just have fun regardless of what goes wrong, know how to look past the negatives and just enjoy themselves regardless, which generally are my friends. So basically my friends are my ideal travel buddies. What is the maximum you would spend on a trip within Europe? So for me, if I'm not leaving the continent, I need like the holiday to be as cheap as possible. So the maximum I've spent on a flight in Europe was 107, and that was to France. And I was really upset about that. Like, France is down the road, where am I paying 107 pounds? But it was summer, we booked it like 2 days before or so it was what it was. But just generally, my flights in Europe tend to be 70 or less. So next question, plans for my birthday. So last year I had like a lingerie party for my closest female friends. This year I'm hoping to be in another country, hopefully Cuba or Nigeria. When will you marry? So this is Nigerian banter. Obviously I come from a culture that's obsessed with marriage, which is a good thing and a bad thing depending on how you see it. I will get married when I get married. Like I don't know when it's gonna happen. I have no plans to get married anytime soon, so when it happens, you guys will, I might vlog it, who knows, you guys will find out when I get married, but I don't know. For the last question, I'm combining two. What is your ideal man, and are you single? So yes, I am officially single, and I think my ideal person is, I think I'm quite easygoing. My friends wouldn't agree, but I think I'm easygoing. Someone who is emotionally intelligent, handsome, and someone who I connect with well. Literally, someone who I connect with, emotionally intelligent, handsome, and someone who's funny. Funny is good. So I like generous men. Like there's a long list of things I like in a guy, but just generally I'm quite easygoing, you know. Someone who's tall, actually. I'm attracted to height, but yeah, I think I'm quite easygoing. So when that happens, I'll let you know. Probably wouldn't. So thank you for watching, and like I said, make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. 2 feet, 1 world, signing out. 2 feet, 1 world, 2 feet, 1 world. Yeah.